All right, everybody, this is the Fantasy Sports Boss with Week 6 Fantasy Football Handcuff running back strategy. Anybody that's new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. And as far as this handcuff running back strategy, it's been very beneficial this season. I've already gotten you Khalil Herbert, Jeff Wilson, Benjamin multiple times now. And the strategy, of course, if you're new to this, is that you pick up available handcuff running backs like Jaylen Warren, like Benjamin, prior to their game on Sunday. And then if the starter, Najee Harris, James Conner, make it through the game okay, then you just drop them before the 4 o'clock game start. And then you look at the 4 o'clock schedule. If it's a Joshua Kelly, pick him up, or Isaiah Pacheco, and rinse and repeat all the way through the Sunday night and Monday games. So if you use this strategy, like I said, week 1, it gave you Jeff Wilson. It gave you Khalil Herbert. Earlier in the season, it gave you Benjamin. It gave you Benjamin again, as James Conner is going to be out. So again, I'm looking at the schedule for week 6 with an eye on who is likely available and who the top handcuffs are going to be. So tonight with Chicago, Khalil Herbert is owned. Antonio Gibson is owned as well. So does J.D. McKissick. So there's nothing to touch on in tonight's game. As far as the Sunday schedule, so Tevin Coleman is not somebody I'm going to actively go after. I know he had a shockingly good day fantasy-wise last week, but I'm not going to bother with him. Tyler Algier might be available in your league, but you know what? He wasn't very impressive in place of Cordell Patterson last week, so I'm not really actively after him as well. Cleveland, New England, nothing happening there. The Jets, Green Bay, nothing happening there. Those guys are all probably owned. Same thing with Jacksonville and Indianapolis. Minnesota, Alexander Madison is owned. Miami, Chase Edmonds, you're dropping, so there's no reason to even bother there. Samaje Perine, so I would start with Samaje Perine, certainly in that Cincinnati game. Joe Mixon, has had a heavy workload throughout his career, hasn't looked great this year. Justice Hill is somebody in Baltimore. Hill practiced today. He looks like he's going to be good to go, so Justice Hill is somebody I would look at for the 1 o'clock games. And then finally, Jaylen Warren. So those are the only 3 for the 1 o'clock games. I would start with Jaylen Warren, then I would go to Perine, and then I would go to Justice Hill. All right, so if you only have one spot, go Jaylen Warren. And you know what? Jaylen Warren's ownership really ticked up this week when Mike Tomlin said that he was planning on using him more going forward. But it's Warren, Perine, then Hill. All right, as far as the 4 o'clock games are concerned, Joshua Kelly and Donta Foreman for Carolina and the Rams. I like both of them. Kelly first. In fact, Kelly is probably going to be the number 1 without even looking at the rest of the schedule. Buffalo, no. Isaiah Pacheco in Kansas City, definitely. Arizona, we already got covered. Seattle, we got covered. And also this strategy gave you Kenneth Walker. So in terms of the 4 o'clock games, it's really just Pacheco, Foreman, and Kelly. Start with Kelly, go to Pacheco, and then down to Foreman. All right. And really, I think Kelly certainly is the top guy there. And now, of course, the 8 o'clock games, Dallas has already taken Kenneth Gainwell. I know he's banged up, but he might be somebody to look at there. And you could, what, guys, I'm sorry, I got to correct myself. So I said Los Angeles, the Rams are playing at 4 o'clock, not the Chargers. The Chargers are playing on Monday night. So scratch what I said about Joshua Kelly and make it just Pacheco first, Donta Foreman second at the 4 o'clock games. I apologize for that. Kenneth Gainwell for the Sunday night game, if he's available. And then the Monday night game, that's when you can look at Joshua Kelly. Certain leagues, you can't make those moves on a Monday. You might have to do it Sunday night. But Joshua Kelly, I like a lot. He played very well last week. He looks really good. I think, and it's interesting, they used the draft pick on Spiller. That it looks like they got another draft pick wrong there. Looking for a backup for Austin Eckler. So I would go definitely with Kelly for the Monday night game. So there you have it. There's the strategy for week 6 in fantasy football. Make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. More videos on the way soon.